Hello, everyone. Coming back to you again this week from Greece and from Sedona. Of course, as you know by now, Zephy is in Greece and Susan is in Sedona. There's a lot going on this week. We both are really feeling intense energies in both places. But we also have a little bit of a surprise because we decided we're really going to start connecting to the ancient energies and see how that is connecting between Greece and Sedona. So I have a feeling that we're pretty much ready to start with that. But I also want to thank so much our new subscribers. Keep coming with that subscribing and likes. We really enjoy it, and we really like to continue connecting with you so we can keep coming to you with all this beautiful, intense, intuitively, I don't know what to say, but intuitively things that we're picking up, and we're very excited to share with you. So I'm going to let Susan go on right now. And of course, as you see, Chandi's in my lap because she decided she wanted to be part of it today. I don't know why, but she's in my lap. So maybe she needed to ground me a little bit more.
Energy right now.
I think so, because she was like, she was like running in my feet today all day. So anyway, I'm going to let Susan go first, and then I'll chime in. So Susan,
Right.
what do you think?
There is a lot of information coming through for me today. So much so that I hope I can be somewhat clear in what I talk about, because it is a massive downloads going on. Sedona is typically hot and dry during the summer until the monsoons come. And the monsoons have started, and that makes it a little muggier because the rain comes in. And so this mugginess has water moisture in it. And I think this moisture, for me, water always holds memory. And so it holds ancient memory. And so that's what's really up for me, particularly this morning, is water and what's going on with the water and with these monsoons and these bits of water that are now infiltrating the area that I live. Is like, maybe that's why I'm getting so much ancient information that's coming through right now. And what is it that the water holds and wants to remember and wants us to recall?
I
Back
get
to
it.
you, Zip.
Well, I love Sedona and I love her dry weather, but I also love her monsoons. But I also I love the sea because I was born near the sea. In Athens, we're secluded. In Greece, we're secluded by the sea, and the sea also has that energy for me. It holds a lot of memory. The water, it holds a lot of energy also, and actually is even how the waves come and go, to me also reminds me that kind of like the energy comes and the energy goes. And I sit there many times and meditate when I go for swimming, and also go to real areas that have ancient ruins next to them, and you can swim near that. There's a really beautiful area that I was there a couple of days ago. But what I want to talk about is these ancient energies that you've been feeling and I've been feeling very strongly. But it's interesting. I started connecting to the ancient gods, as we call them, the big gods. And that has nothing to do with the ancient mythology that we know of. I'm connecting to the mythology of going really back all the way to Kronos and Rhea. And Rhea is the mother of the gods. And because the father was Kronos. And the interesting part with this goddess energy is that I felt her a couple of days ago when I was in these ruins, and I just was like, I didn't know that much about it. And I sat and listened. And as I was listening to her, she said, I ride the lion. And my connection is to Orion, the planet Orion, and also the Ceres, the planet Ceres. So when I asked why you are connected on the lions, She said, because I write them, they're my protection, which comes of the ancient tradition of Sekhmet, you know, the lion goddess from Egypt. Also comes from the ancient tradition of the Hinduism, which is Durga, as the Shakti energy, which is again flowing of water and flowing of the Kundalini and flowing of the energy. And I was like, as I came out of the meditation, I was like, this is very powerful. And then I realized the lion gate is coming out, which is 8-8. And I'm like, oh my God, that's what she showed up. So to me, things, how do I say? They're like coming in to actually allow us to flow with the waves, to flow with the water, and not to hold on to anything. But at the same time, it's rediscovering who we are, who we truly are. And to me, that's really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly changing. We are water. We are water. We live on a water planet. And I believe we're preparing for something new that's coming in. And that's why the water is changing us. Interestingly, in the Norse tradition, when the fire and the ice came together and created water, that's when the humans began. And so, yeah, we're exploring the ancients with diverse paths, but they all come back and are the same in the end. So yeah, I think our water is being remolecuted. I don't know if that's not a word. But I
We
don't
can
know.
make it up.
So if you see that everywhere, remolecule it. Yeah, I do believe we are obviously in the process of a change. And where does that leave us? Yeah.
Well, you know, and interesting having the lion gates come in, it's also part of, you know, part of the lion and the water, and our bodies, like you said, is almost 85%, I think, water anyway. So we should be drinking it. And we should, you know, really connect to that strength and our power, because we, as human beings, we have missed it somehow. We have weaken. Yeah, I'm trying to find the right word. Weakening.
Vocabulary is a challenge today.
Yeah, we've been weakening because we have lost ourselves. You know, we have lost our connection to spirit. We have lost our connection to actually, how do you say, receive that beautiful energy from the universe and transmute it within our bodies. We're being blocked, you know, and we live in this material world that it's really it doesn't serve us anymore. So yes, as we're restructuring our body with the water, because we are water, hopefully we're gonna, you know, restructure our daily life.
Yeah. And there's so much information coming out now about sound vibrations and how that affects water.
Yes.
And so people are starting to wake up to water and what it does to our bodies and how that changes when we go to sound baths or when we have a gong going on. So a lot of that is up front now, and people are starting to become more and more aware of the effects that sound vibrations have on our body and the water within our bodies.
You know, it's even by the sea, people like to sit by the sea and listen to the waves, because that, you know, the wave going in and out is actually kind of, it's a vibration. You know,
Yeah.
even the waves is a vibration that, you know, when we go into the water. And here in Greece now, it's the time of a lot of wind coming out in the sea, so there's going to be a lot of waves like that. So I can't wait to get to the beach the next couple days, you know, to actually be hit by that water and the vibration, because I also feel that it's very cleansing, you know, when I sit in the water and I go
Yeah.
through that. And in Greece, we have a little thing. If you really want to cleanse your energy, count to 40 waves crashing in your body, and then a lot of things will clear for you, which is very interesting.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So we sit, you know, I sit in the water sometimes and I count them. I count the waves. And
Wow.
I just like, okay, as soon as a wave comes in, it's one, and what I'm thinking of releasing, and the, you know, and then it goes out, then I sit there and count to 40. So it's a little like a little meditation when I get into the water, you know?
That's a beautiful practice that, we can all do that, even if we're not watching the waves come in and out. Physically, we can go into our mind and do the waves coming in and count to 40. That would be beautiful. A lot of people will take their crystals and place them in the ocean or in the sea or in sacred waters to cleanse them. So it's the same for us.
Yeah.
It's for us.
So a lot of that ancient information is coming out. So I just want to let everyone know that this is where we're going to come to you with, because we decided that the energy is totally shifting, but we all are feeling it. So we're going to start talking to the ancients in a lot of ways. I'm probably going to be talking a lot about the Greek tradition. So if you guys want to research a little bit of Rhea and Kronos and understand her power as a goddess and who she's about, you will really find out those energies really connect. And I'm sure with your, with the Nordic tradition, there's some people can really research and see how those energies connect daily,
Well, I'm fascinated. They begin with the giants in the Nordic tradition. So I'm fascinated by the giants, which would be Kronos as
and
well.
Rhea.
Yeah, would be giants.
They
So
are the
what is it
giants.
about giants? And there have been skeletons that have been found that are giants. So it's which is, it's not publicly known, real known. You have to do some research to find it, but it's very interesting. Were there giants originally that walked the earth?
Well,
And
according to the Greek tradition, it's the Kronos and Rhea are the first giants, other giants that walked on the earth. So, that's what I mean. It's really interesting to see that, to really start connecting to that, and for us to see who we used to be and where we're going again and find our power, because the giants, represent power and strength, but not power of, in a bad way, but power of the soul, power of your spirit, I think, in my
It's
opinion.
interesting. They're different cosmologies, but yet they have the same basic foundation. And so that in and of itself makes you curious. It's like, why would they begin as giants? And did we begin as giants? And what are these stories? What are these fairy tales? What is the truth of the myths that they tell? Yeah. Very
Well,
interesting.
very, very interesting. Yeah. So maybe me and you would just, start connecting to those giants in meditation and see what we can come up
Yeah.
with next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. So, Zeppi, do you spell Rhea Rhea, or is
Yeah.
it R?
Well, in English, you spell it that way, but in Greek, it's just Rea,
Okay.
Rhea,
Okay.
but in English, is with a H, Rhea. And
Yeah.
it, being Kronos' wife and his mother, it was the mother of Zeus, the one she actually hidden Zeus in the island of Crete in the cave to protect him. And I think the giants were protecting him from Kronos. So it's really interesting
Well,
to,
and there's this battle of
yeah,
the children of the giants do a
yeah.
battle and they win, and yeah, so it's the same story. It's the same story.
Yeah, it's really a really similar story, but it's kind of funny to me that all their traditions have such a similarity. Like when I researched about the goddess, I found her in Egypt, the lion goddess. I found her in India. I found her in Greece. And just the more research we do,
Right.
and why the lion? You're thinking lion would be more connected to say maybe not Egypt, but more to how you call it, India. But the ancient sphinx, it was never a sphinx. It was a lion. It was the head of a lion, which
Right.
connects to the golden age. The
Well,
lion.
and in the Celtic tradition, there's so many banners that have a lion on them. I don't believe there were lions in England.
Yeah.
So, so I'm a little confused about why are there so many lions? Were there lions in England, and how did they get there? And they're not a native creature, as far as I know. Someone please correct me if I'm off here.
No. But in Greece
So
is not.
yeah, I know it's so anybody that wants to follow these threads, there's fascinating information, and anybody that wants to share that with us, we're more than happy to have further information. Yeah.
Yeah, please research for us and we'll come up to you with more because, the Lion Gate is opening. We just got the connection with the lions, the water, which is very powerful. And Greece doesn't have lions, like in Nordic tradition, they don't have lions. So where are they coming from and why lions are so important?
Right. Right. Mm.
Hmm.
Food for thought. Food for thought.
So have a great, Lionsgate opening, which is happening tomorrow, and enjoy that energy because the ancients are waking up really, really strongly. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, they are awakening. Yeah.
So, well, thank you for watching us again. And if you do have anything of what we're talking about, please let us know. Write to us underneath and let us know with what's going on with all that. If you have any more knowledge than we have right now. So, thank you so much for watching us.
Thank you.